Hello children, a very warm welcome to the virtual session again. So let us continue with chapter 5, separation of substances. Let us see what are we going to learn today. We have seen various methods of separation. This flow chart is there with you in your notebook, I hope. If you have not taken down this, please take it down. Different methods, hand picking, which we have done, threshing we have done, winnowing also we have finished, sieving was done with you in those previous sessions. So today we are going to continue with the separation technique. We have sedimentation, decantation and filtration left to do, evaporation also left to do. So today we are going to learn only sedimentation. All these three processes work together. Finally we will see how they work together, but we are going to do sedimentation separately, decantation and filtration separately, and then finally we will see how these three methods can be useful for separation of a single mixture or mixture of many substances together can be separated by sedimentation, decantation and filtration together. So today we are going to only study about sedimentation in detail. What is sedimentation? Sedimentation can be defined as the process through which dirt and other heavier particles in a mixture settle down at the bottom of the vessel when water is added to it. So the definition you are going to take down. Sedimentation is the process through which dirt and the other heavier particles in mixture. For example, you take a muddy water, you keep it in a beaker or you keep it in a glass for some time for standing. The heavier particles will tend to settle. It will settle down. So this process is actually sedimentation. Naturally, mud or heavier particles in water will tend to settle down due to gravity. So here also sedimentation, if you keep it for some time, it will settle. So that process is called sedimentation. Naturally you can have this process of sedimentation in water, or sometime you require a process to be done in the lab, or you actually trigger the process of sedimentation to purify water by some means of using chemicals or by some other methods. But then to their method here is to make the heavier particles to settle, even if you are using some chemicals. So sedimentation is actually the settling of the heavier particles, which can be the dirt or dust, anything in water at the bottom of the vessel when water is added to it. So take down this definition. When the dust and dirt particles have settled, the clear water which form the upper layer is moved to a different container and the dirt and the dust is done away with. So you throw away the bottom layer, you collect the top layer which is a clear water. This technique can also be used to separate two liquids which do not mix with each other, also called as immiscible liquids, and this process is called as decantation. So we will study decantation in detail when we will do separation of immiscible liquids. Here the mention is how the separation of layers takes place in decantation, as we do for sedimentation also. So separation of the layer can be is done in decantation, which we will study in detail in the next session. Today we will study the sedimentation. You have to take down all these points in your notebook, children. So the two immiscible liquids you can have oil and water. So oil and water you will have two layers which can be separated. They will not meet, and that procedure is a decantation. That decantation procedure we are going to learn in detail. Now next, here you can see in the diagram a beaker and a sand with water which contains sand. So when you keep the beaker on standing, you are keeping it undisturbed, sand will try to settle at the bottom and the top layer will be clear water. So sedimentation is a where insoluble impurities settle at the bottom of the liquid. Example, a very good example given here, getting a clear water from muddy water. Sedimentation, you can draw this diagram in your notebook, children. Just write what all done in the first slide about the sedimentation. This is a simple diagram. You can just show how sedimentation takes place. What is the actual process of sedimentation? Now, uses of sedimentation, it is one of the process or method of water treatment. There are many more which I have discussed over here along with sedimentation. So you just need to know, you need not write all this. Method for water treatment, we are treating water by straining, removing of dirt and dust particles. Disinfection, you are putting some disinfection. How you are making it disinfectant? How you are making it disinfection can be done by boiling. By with the help of solar energy, you can kill the germs in the water, or by using some chemicals. So, by using some chemical like chlorine, passing a gas of chlorine, that becomes a chlorinated water. Nowadays, BMC is very much vigilant about the drinking water, and they are passing lots of chlorine in the BMC water. Why? Because of the infection, the disease has been spread because of the pandemic. So we need to be very careful with the drinking water. So chlorinated water, lots of chlorine being passed to water so that it will kill the germs. You must have experienced when you go to water park where you have a swimming pool, and when you swim over there, many people swim at a time, so there are high chances of getting infected. So what they do, they continuously pass chlorine gas to the water, and you can smell chlorine in that swimming pool when you go to water park. That smell of chlorine is to kill germs, just to treat water so that it will be non-infectious. So these are various ways of treating water. Here sedimentation is a focus. I am just discussing with you the various common methods which is used for water treatment. Now sedimentation, where is a focus here, we use three pot system where you can allow the heavy particle to settle, and then you transfer from one pot to the another. So from one pot to the other, then from second to the third pot. So like that, at each step you get a clear water. By chemical means, you can have alum. You in a pot now, earlier also, olden days, nowadays also people in villages they do that. Alum is a complex salt, like a common salt only, but it is little more complex. Some salt, some kind of salt, you understand. Crystals of alum added to water. It will help the impurities, it will make the impurities heavy. What will happen then, it will become heavy and it will settle. So alum is commonly used in a very useful salt to get a good quality of water. So chemicals can also be used for to help sedimentation. Three pot system can be used or chemical can be used. Then filtration is done after uh, sedimentation, water treatment. Next step, filtration is done. Filtration mean what you do, you have to filter out the settled part. Means you remove the clear part of the water up top layer. You can have a three pot system, and finally you pass through filter paper, or you take a fine white cloth material, pass water through it. Whatever little particles left or finer particles left will remain in the cloth material. So you can use filter paper, you can use fine, because cloth material will have some pores, very fine pores, which will not allow the dust particle to pass through, but water can pass through. So you can see the diagram over here. So this is for you to understand sedimentation, children. Then purification of water through sedimentation, you can see this again, this diagram. Before it was a turbid water. Turbid means dirty, muddy water. Hazy appearance. That means it carries lots of dirt, germs, and all that. Then after 24 hours, uh, you get a clear water. You keep it for standing, or you add a piece of alum to it. Heavy impurities will settle. Alum is a very commonly used substance or a chemical to treat water, and it will not affect us when you drink it. So heavy, it becomes heavy, all the dust particle becomes heavy, and it will settle, and the top layer will be a clear water. After 24 hours, You get this? People have no means in remote areas and villages where they cannot afford the expensive purifiers. So then what they do? They take a help of sedimentation, because they have to take water from the well, from pond, wherever it is available to them. It is not easy for them as we have tap water at home. They have to get water from remote villages, remote areas. So like in Rajasthan and all, they have to walk miles and miles to get water, and that water is also not that clean to drink. So how they do? They do all this process, a common process. They cannot afford a very expensive process of installing water purifier and all that. So this is a very simple common process, and easy to use, not expensive at all. LM is very commonly available, and very convenient to use. So this sedimentation, you can see how important sedimentation process is. The application is wide application. Now you can see this kind of arrangement is done in villages also, where you have two pot system, where they make a very fine pores on a clay pot. You keep a pot, on top you will keep one more pot. The pot on the top will have very fine pores, which will allow water only to seep down. And if they collect water from remote areas where that will have all gravel, coarse sand, fine sand, raw water, can't imagine kind of water people has to deal with. So you have to save water, children. It's extremely important. Water is such a useful resources. You all know, without water we cannot survive. Survival of any living organism is at stake if you don't save water. So people are in remote areas, they get water, this kind of water to drink, where it contains all these impurities. So they have the simple means of cleaning water. They will make clay pots which will have an arrangement like this, and then only water will seeps down. And adding alum also will take care of the germs, and some more heavier particles will settle. So this is an arrangement. You can see sedimentation has been used to treat wastewater. Primary treatment of sewage is removal of floating and settleable solids through sedimentation. You need not write this, children. It is for you to understand where sedimentation has an application. So you need not write. You just have to understand what is sedimentation and its application. Where why we are learning sedimentation. Sedimentation has been used to treat wastewater. Water wasted, we waste lots of water. It goes to the drain. So first of all, first step, you can see primary treatment means the basic treatment. The first step is in the sewage is removal of floating and settleable solids. So solid which are heavy and which can settle. So this is done by sedimentation. Primary clarifier reduce the content of suspended solid. People throw garbages in seas, ocean, ponds, wherever lakes you can see, just polluting water. So the treatment, the first step for the treatment is sedimentation. Primary clarifier reduce the content of suspended solids such as the pollutant embedded in the suspended solids. So heavy particles, they will allow them to settle by sedimentation process. You can see this dirty water, sewage water. So we have to treat this sewage water can be treated and can be used for irrigation in the field. So you have very minimal resources of water which can be used for purposes. Like we cannot use ocean and sea water for irrigation for crops, because they are too salty. Crops will die. So we have rain in certain period of time in a year, and we have to store fresh water. Then what we do? We are just polluting water. So now by some means we have to take care of water. The sewage water we have to recover so that it can be used for different purposes. So sewage water, you can see over here, can be treated for you to understand the sedimentation tank and all that. So primary sludge sedimentation tank here. This is just a working the tank shown to you all on a large scale how sedimentation can be done. So sewage treatment can be done, and the same water which is not fit for consumption but at least can be used for different purposes, like crop irrigation can be supplied to places where there's lots of shortage of water. So this is a sedimentation tank, just for you to have a look on this. how the impurities will settle. What are the advantages of sedimentation in wastewater treatment? So you just take down these points important for you. What are the advantages in wastewater treatment, sedimentation? Fewer chemicals are required for subsequent water treatment. That means once you are using sedimentation, most of the solid suspended particles will settle. So the next step, subsequent means the next step for water treatment, you will need lesser amount of chemicals. So initially only you are treating sedimentation process will help to take care of all the heavy impurities. Next, it makes any subsequent process easier. Yes, the next step becomes easier for water treatment. Cost is lower than some other methods. Obviously, very simple methods. It is widely used in villages, and there is less variation in the quality of water that goes through the process. So water will not vary; its components will remain same, and there is not much variation. So you can take down these points for your reference. The advantages of sedimentation. We will continue with the same chapter, children, in the next session. We will do decantation and we will see filtration as well. Thank you, children. I hope the concepts are clear. Have a wonderful day.